Welcome. This is a short instructional video on how to get started with uWalk. To begin, you want to go to our website and through the sign up link, create an account. There are only a few required fields: your name, email address, and your organization name. The rest of the fields are optional and can be filled in later. We just asked for a few to get you started. Here you can enter any promotional codes if you have them. We do ask that you accept our licensing agreement and then type in the CAPTCHA. And create an account. With that, an account activation link will be sent to the email address you specified. And with that account activation link, when you follow it, you'll come to your uWalk account and just type in your temporary password included with that email and give yourself a new password. With that, you'll be logged into your uWalk account as an administrator. And you'll initially be brought right to the admin panel. So that's what we're looking at here. What we'll do is we'll go through the features on the admin panel. Again, just you as the administrator, when you're logged in, will be able to access this administration panel anytime by clicking on the admin panel link. Regular website visitors won't be able to see this, but we'll go over the pages they see also, which are these ones about Donate Today, Participants, Prizes, Volunteers, and Sponsors. We'll go through them after we go through the features of the Administrator panel. Just to get started, as per the tip, you'll want to just take a look at your organizational information. This is where you could change any of that, correct any of that, including the contact information. This is how you would do that. You'd also want to look at the event information from this form. This is how you could change anything, the date, amount you're raising, whatever you want. A lot of the text that shows on the pages. You'll see later, as an administrator, when you're viewing the pages, you can also, there'll be an edit link right from there that'll let you edit what you're seeing. But this one form, you can also change everything from there too. So just point that one out. Continuing through the admin panel, there's the donations configuration setting link. This is where you could specify your PayPal information along with some other texts. Follow the online help link here to how to get this information from your PayPal account and how to create a PayPal account if you don't have one. And once you do that, you can switch this to yes, but it defaults no because we don't have your information. You enter that as you get to it. Let's go back to the control panel. The next setting here is the sponsor sheet. This is how you can control or give participants a donation sheet that they can print out and carry around to their neighbors and friends to collect donations from them. For the ones who don't want to do online donations, they can just fill out the form and turn that in by hand. Let's go back to the control panel. Also, this is the image manager. If you click on this one, and this basically allows you to change any of the images you see with uWalk. This is the background image used for mobile devices. It's a little smaller than what we're looking up here is the background image for non-mobile devices. This is where you could change them, including these pictures here, which show up on non-mobile devices. They're right up here. This is how you could change them if you wanted to. And incidentally, they're about the same size as a Facebook profile pic. So just to give you an idea. But this is how you could change them. Sorry, let's go back to the panel. Some of the other features on the administrator panel is this is where you could send reminders to all volunteers. We'll get to signing up volunteers in a minute. This is a prize picker where it provides some tools for randomly picking prizes prize winners based on donations that have been turned in or different thresholds. It's a handy tool to have. Send a support request if you want to send a request to us or have a question for us. This is the quickest way to do it. We have some email filters set up to get these special requests. In fact, we even get text messages of them so we can get to responses as soon as possible. Of course, here's a link to our online help, which have lots of online help here. I'll get to that more in a moment. And basically link you there, return to the event home, which is basically your about page. So that is. There's a few other sections in the administration panel. Donation management. This is where you can manually add when people turn in those forms by hand. This is where you can do it. And why you might want to do this is that it'll make your reports more complete, your donation reports, and have an accurate total instead of just of course the online donations automatically are included in, but if you needed to manually add some donations, that's how you do it. You can also edit and delete donations, and we have a feature to run a lot of reports. You can see donation reports per class, per student, per online versus manual, lots of various reports that you can run. So this is a great tool for running some donation reports. Under user management, this is where you could add if you wanted someone else to be an administrator too. Perhaps you wanted to give someone else administrator permission so they can log in and handle manually adding your donations for you, or just have somebody else, a backup, who's an administrator. This is where you'd create an account for them. Class management. This is something you probably would want to do just once while you're setting up uWalk. Basically, go ahead and add each of the classes in your school, the teacher's name, their grade, and optionally an email address. If you know their email address, put it here. They'll get notified of certain things, like when people donate in their class, they can get notified of when donations come in. So you may want to spend a few minutes once you get a list of teachers in your school, and go ahead and add them all through here. That'll give any participants options to select their teacher, and we'll track it accurately. So that's the one, a little bit of setup time you may want to invest in. Also, sponsor management area. This is where you would add sponsors as you get sponsors leading up to the event and during the event. Any sponsors you add through here, there'll be a link to them. They'll show up in a link here, and if for mobile users, there'll be a banner at the top that randomly show your sponsors, so your sponsors get a little publicity on your website here. And there's also a prize management area. As you get prizes donated or as you have prizes, you can add them here. I keep a whole list, including what sponsor donated them, or other monetary value to estimated monetary value, so they'll be ordered most expensive or most valuable first. That will show up on the prizes page if you use any of that. But again, these are all the features that are available for the administrator through the administrator panel. Regular website visitors won't be able to see this, but you can. Now we'll go through these pages. We're still logged in as administrator, so we'll see a little bit extra, but let's go ahead through them. The About page is really the main page, the default page that people will go to when they follow your account link. And it has this information. Again, just like from the administration panel, you could edit things. If you saw something right on this page that you wanted to edit as the administrator, you can go in here and edit it. So, for instance, say we want to change our fundraising goal to $20,000. This is where you could do that. Submit the changes, and you'll see it updates it on the page. So it's, instead of going back to the form and deciding which field is what, you can go right on each of these pages. There's an edit link, and they can do it. On the Donate Today page is where visitors would typically go to donate. We don't, as you can see right now, we didn't have PayPal configured, so if you went ahead and did an edit on this page, say you finally got your PayPal information and you finally enable it, you wouldn't need these final fields to truly have everything working. But once you get that information and save it, then that form will show up on this page so people can do their online forms. And here's where like their teachers, list of teachers would show up so they can make sure the proper teacher gets the right the right credit. If you do enter an email address, so that student that you're donating in the name of will get an email notification. Totally optional. And in fact, when participants, the students in your school, if they want, they can come to this participants link, fill in their information here, and it'll create a unique link for them that they can share automatically on Facebook, as a direct link to Facebook, or they can take that link and email it to their friends and relatives. Then when their friends and relatives follow that link, it'll take them to this donation page with all this stuff filled out for them, so it makes it easy for them. But participants would be interested in coming to this page. So the students, that is, would be interested in coming in there. And this is where, if you remember on the admin form, we had an option to upload new sponsor sheet. This is where the participants could come here and get a new sponsor sheet that they can print out and go around to their friends and neighbors and get them to manually fill out, make donations, and this is where they'd record them. For those people who aren't donating online, they can use, just fill out those forms. On the prizes page, this is where if you were using a prize manager, they would be listed here, or you could also edit and add to prizes here if you to have that information. Once you get some donations down in this area, it would actually show the classes, which ones are in the lead. It'll give some statistics in there so everybody can see that. We don't show individual things for privacy's sake, so we don't show individual student names, but the classes we do. The volunteers link, when you go there, this is where you could ask for people to sign up to bring supplies or volunteers. Again, since we're logged in as administrator, this is how you could add supply sign up. Click there to edit any text, but let's go ahead and add a supply sign up. Say we wanted to have somebody bring some Dixie cups. Put some text in there. We need 1,000 cups. And you could separate it so have multiple people bring it. Let's just go ahead and have one person bring all that. And you hit add sign up, and there it gets added to the page. You can have as many as you want. And then when the people decide that they will sign up, they just click on the link, fill in information. We're logged in, so it kind of filled in information for you, but the other visitors, if they're not logged in, they just fill in information. And same with this is where you can also add some volunteers. Say you wanted some people to work for the water stations. So let's go with water station helpers. Okay, we need some people to pass out water, and you can say how many you need. And there we had selected 6. So as people sign up, it'll let 6 different people sign up, and it'll be listed here. And so that's where the volunteers are assigned, are managed. Let's see, under sponsors link, again, click the edit to change the text, or follow the link to the admin panel through the admin panel that we've already seen. You can add your sponsors, and that's where you manage them from there. And that is the gist of uWalk. Again, don't forget to check out our help page. There's some link to this from the admin panel. Has some good information here, including how to add links, which is something you would probably want to do. One last thing you want to do when you're setting up is you can take your link that was emailed to you and add it to your school's website, or maybe your school's Facebook page, or your own walk-a-thon Facebook page. Put this link up there so they can easily link to your uWalk account where they do the donation and find out other information about the event. This help page shows you how to create those links as HTML. Gives a little example here if you wanted to. There's also other help. I highly recommend checking out this do-it-yourself walk-a-thon guide that we wrote. Gives a lot of good general information, not necessarily related to uWalk. Just some good information on how to run a walk-a-thon yourself with minimal sponsors, keeping it simple, and make it a very profitable fundraiser for your school. Thank you again for trying out uWalk. Good luck.